What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Get this thing going tonight, man. Woo! Another day, another dollar. Hey, how you doing? How y'all doing tonight, man? How y'all doing? Or today, this evening, or whatever. Y'all go ahead and start hitting me up with questions, though. I just been grinding, trying to get more deals, just like everybody else. I always tell everybody, like, dude, I'm trying to get deals like everybody else. Yeah, we back at it, man. Trying to get deals like everybody else, man. So I look forward to talking to y'all every week. Talking about trying to get these deals. Like I said, I ain't no big time. I'm just a regular old joker, man. Regular old joker trying to close deals. I did close a deal last week though, and I got one closing this week. And hopefully I have one closing the week after that, and then another one the week after that. I may have 4 weeks of closings. Crazy, man. I never had 4 weeks of closing, but yeah, should have 4 weeks closing. But yeah, y'all go ahead and ask questions, man. Ask questions. We talking about wholesaling real estate. If you don't know me, I'm a beginner wholesaler. I was teaching. Well, I still am teaching. I teach at a high school, and I started wholesaling, and I started making like $10,000 a month, and now I'm starting to make about $20,000 a month, close to 30. So I'm at dinner, so I have to watch the replay. Yeah, you gotta watch the replay, man. You gotta check it out. I'll post it more likely on YouTube. I got a few leads, but most of them are wanting to sell within 6 months to a year. Yeah, man. Sometimes people be talking about how they want to sell within 6 months to a year. Just a lot of time I ask them, like, is there any particular reason that you're looking to sell in 6 months or whatever? Try to figure out like what's holding them up, and then if you can solve that problem, what's holding them up, then bam, you may be able to get a deal. So what's the biggest difference between virtual and local? The biggest difference is getting the pictures, man, like pictures of the property. You need to, a lot of times the buyers want to see pictures of the property. So a lot of times that's the biggest difference between virtual and local. Another difference is like most of the times you may not know the area. That's the thing about virtual. A lot of times you don't know the area. So like when you're marketing or whatever, it's like, I don't know that area. You're just kind of shooting out there a lot of times. Of course, you go off stats and data and stuff like that. But when you know it, you know it. You know what I'm saying? When you know an area, you know an area. So what's your preferred skip tracing platform? I prefer Lead Sherpa. It's 15 cent a skip, and they just do a good job of giving me accurate information, man. And they don't let me skip the same thing twice, so I kind of like them. Just got call tools, about to start making calls tomorrow. That's what's up, Zane. That's what's up. Make them calls, man. That's what it's all about. It's all about a numbers game. Call them, and then call them again. So how do you feel about virtual? I mean, I like virtual, man. I actually started. I'm starting to tap into Tampa, Florida, and I'm starting to tap into Birmingham, Alabama. So if you're in Birmingham or you're in Tampa, hit me up, man. I'm trying to do deals in Tampa and in Birmingham, just reaching out there, trying to see what it's like. But a lot of times my local deals kind of, be virtual, because a lot of times I don't, since I'm working all the time, I don't have time to go out to properties. So most times I never see the property. I never see the seller. I never see the buyer. It's like this one I'm closing this coming Thursday. It's an $8,000 deal, so not that big, but I never saw the seller, never saw the buyer, never saw the property at all, right? And actually, I was at my job. When I locked this up. I called a dude, locked the property up at my job, got the buyer locked up at my job, and bam, I sent everything off to the attorney's office. Boop. Now I just waited to close the thing. Probably took like a month to close, and now we're gonna be closing it up on Thursday, man. So what state are you in? I'm in Georgia right? I'm in the Atlanta area in Georgia, so that's where I'm at, and that's why I target Metro Atlanta, like outside of Atlanta. Um, that's why I target. Can't wait to say that 8K not that big. Yeah, dude. I guess once you start doing a little while, 8K is not like the big deals. You always see all these deals they be posting on all these different, YouTube channels and stuff like that. Um, but you know how that is, man. But 8K is a lot. Like, dude, I ain't gonna talk like, dude. If I can get $1,000 deal, I want it. Like, dude, you give me $1,000 deal, I'll take it. I ain't no big time where I ain't, I'll take any deal. But shoot, man, y'all keep asking questions. I know I just got off Chris Jefferson live, man. He was talking about like mindset, and that's one of the big things I'm struggling with now, the mindset of expansion. So I've been doing deals, consistently doing deals, and by June 2nd, I'll probably be then made like $120,000 wholesaling for the year. But it's like, dang, okay, I made six figures in my first year. It's like, how do I reach the next level? Like, how do I start doing, more deals and get systems going and all that stuff? So that's what I really been focused on, and the mindset of needing to spend more money marketing, because like right now, when I started off, I was spending like when I started doing deals, I started spending more money on marketing, and I've gotten up to spending about $700 to $1,000 in marketing. Well, I mean, if I want to do 30K, I don't know if I can spend $1,000 marketing and make 30K. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be difficult. I feel like I need to spend maybe a little bit more, or I really just need to spend more money. Like, I need to come up with a plan. I need to spend more money, just to grow my business and take full advantage of what I know, and the fact that I know how to do this business. I need to take full advantage, but my mindset a lot of time hold me back because I don't want to spend all that money. But anyway, so what do you think about batch driven? I haven't tried batch driven. I hate that I don't get a lot of chances to drive for dollars because I work all day, and then I got fam at home, and most of my time that I do spend on the business is at the computer while I'm texting people or calling people, or, setting up this or sending contracts or all that stuff. So a lot of times I don't get to get out and drive. Right. Ooh, I did find a house today. Oh, I found a house today that was vacant because I went on an appointment today. And actually, I went on an appointment today, and there was another person there at the same time. So it was like two wholesalers there at the same time, but it was all cool though. But yeah, batch driven, I'm pretty sure it's good, man. But I've never dealt with it. So wow, that you got a VA? Yeah, I got a VA now. I mean, I'm making. I'm making 20,000 a month right now. In these last few months, I made 20. So 20 and 20. This month and next month I'll be 20 and 20,000. Before that, I was doing 10. So I was doing like 10,000 a month. But now I've jumped up and started doing 20, and now I'm doing 20 again. Hopefully I can do 20 more in June. I already got a $10,000 deal in June. So if I can get, and then I got another $10,000 deal that's coming through. Only thing I'm doing is waiting for, like, I got a husband and wife. They're about to get a divorce. So the wife has signed the contract. I just need the husband to sign the contract. And then, bam, a $10,000 deal. Just really $11,000 deal, but I just call it 10, but it's 11. So, bam, there go another one. And that one probably going to close in May. So in May, I'll probably make 30. And then in June, I still got a 10 rating. So, I mean, it's coming. It's good stuff, man. So, but dude, I'm not big time. I'm just like y'all. I'm still like, man, is this gonna really happen? Like Thursday, I'm gonna pick up $8,000 check. It's like, dang, like, am I really gonna be able to get this check? It's like, dude, I still have those thoughts even though I made all this money. But anyways, you are my mentor in this game, wholesaler. So I will continue to watch your example. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man. No doubt. Y'all know you can always hit me up. I try to hit you back as much as I can. You can start saving and investing to flip. I'm actually going. I'm actually gonna save, and I'm not gonna flip, man. I'm gonna start buying and holding. I really don't want to get into flipping at all. I'd rather wholesale than flip. So, or hotel, where you buy it, take it down, and relist it on the market and then sell it. I'm not getting into flipping. I don't see myself get. I may get into flipping. I don't know, but I don't see myself getting into flipping. I see myself going from wholesaling to buy and hold, where I can create passive income. So if I'm gonna be active, I rather wholesale, like get the property out of my hands fast, none of the responsibility, none of that stuff. But buy and hold, I'll do some buy and hold. And in buy and hold, I like small multifamily. And I want to get into commercial. Like I want to go big, like get into commercial stuff to where, because I like the idea of having all my units like in one location. When I say commercial, I may be doing like mobile homes, I may do apartment buildings or whatever. But I like the idea of having a bunch of units in one spot. And that way I don't have like units all over the place and stuff like that. But anyways, so I'm trying to do some virtual wholesaling in Georgia until I return in June. Would you be interested? Yeah, man. Reach out to me on IG, man. And we can link up. I'll shoot you my phone number or whatever. But yeah, we can link up and do deals in Georgia. You find something or whatever. Yeah, we can get together and do some stuff, man. Hit me up. I'll try to remember you and hit you up too. I don't know if we talked or not, but I'll hit you up. So 2,000, great. Where you up? Yeah. What's your success rate with texting instead of calling? I'm finding that text messaging, it works a lot, man. It's like, dude, the text message, you get a lot of responses. So you're able to talk to a lot more people. So you got a lot more chance of, at least me, like I'm able to talk to people and I get a lot more chance of getting that offer over to them. But like my VA called yesterday on Saturday. My VA was calling on Saturday and she pulled in like 3 good leads. And that's why I went on an appointment. Like I went on an appointment just like that. Like, bam. She pulled it in Saturday. I went on the appointment on Sunday. I'm getting the guy offer tomorrow. And then bam, we going from there. So like my VA brought in 3 good leads yesterday. Like, dang. So I think both of them work. I think if you don't have a lot of free time, I think texting is better. If you do have more time, I think cold calling is a good thing to do because you're able to actually make calls to these people and talk to them. Are you waiting to have seller contract signed and this time a contract signed before? Yeah, I have all my contracts signed before I send it off to an attorney. That's what I do. That's just me though. So I have all my stuff signed before I send it off. I have my buyer in place, seller in place. Then I send it, and then bam, it's all done, man. So that's kind of how I do it. I mean, if it was something hot that you knew you were gonna sell, you may want to go ahead and get it to an attorney. That way it'll be binding, right? You'll have the earnest money there and it'll be a binding contract. And that way, if they contact the attorney's office, they'll be like, yeah, we got it or whatever, Sometimes some deals are too good to mess up. So you kind of want to do it by the book. This week I'm going to Surf from LLC. Yeah, LLC, that's pretty cool, man. I'm actually thinking about doing a video how to set up an LLC. So, maybe I can just DM me on IG. Anybody hit me up, I'll hit you back. What's up, Wit? What's up, Wit? How you doing? What's up, bro? What's up, your boy Cass, man? What's up? So rewatch all your videos step by step. I'm going to be shouting. I love what you're doing, bro. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Get at me. Monique Scott, what's up? What's some alternatives to use other than Lead Sherpa would you recommend? Yeah, Lead Sherpa is freaking expensive, man, especially if you're trying to get started. What I would say, I started using Batch. Like, Batch is not bad when you're getting started because they let you do like the lowest subscription they got. And then, at least when I was on there, they would let you text for 3 cents a text. They got good systems on Batch, man. I actually like Batch. The only reason I love Batch is because they charge me per text, and I wanted a more stable, call cost. Like I wanted to know, hey, I'm paying this much money every month, and that's all I'm paying for texting. So that's why I love batch. Just because it was just, the cost was just all over the place. I could never figure out how much I was going to be paying. I would pay like, always got to reload, like putting too much money into it at different times. So that's why I got away from there. Can you refer you to a VA? Yeah, man. I got a list of VAs that I can send you, where I can share it with you, man. If you hit me up about VAs, I'll share with you the list of VAs that I got. Peace, bro. What you recommend? I have 20K to invest in wholesaling. What do you recommend? Start, dude. 20K in the wholesaling? You're a full time. Where you agent at, Key? Oh, you in New Jersey? Dang, dude, you don't need 20K to wholesale. You need to figure out how to wholesale is what you need to do. You need to figure out all the stuff about it, like educate yourself first. Because if you educate yourself first, just keep that money on deck. Educate yourself like crazy, and that way, when you start doing stuff like texting or sending out mailers or doing that stuff, you'll know where to spend your money, right? So I would just hold on to my money until I become more educated to figure out where you should put the money, right? Because if you're not educated enough to know where to put the money, you're gonna put the money in places and you're gonna be like, man, this don't work or whatever, and then it ain't gonna work out for you. But if you hold on to the money, educate yourself, and figure out exactly how everything works, then bam, you can go from there. I know some people use agents in their wholesaling business, so you may be able to hit somebody up, or you may be able to team up with somebody that know about wholesaling, and you may be able to be part of their team, like help them sell some of their properties, and then you can kind of learn a little bit from them and make some money, on the side, and then you can start doing your own thing or whatever. But anyway, so your boy Cass on his third deal. That's what's up, man. Hit your boy Cass up. He on his third deal. He know what he doing there. So can you break down a deal you're working on now? So this is deal I'm working on right now. So I got a couple of deals I'm working on right now. It's crazy, man, when you start doing a couple of deals. So it's one deal I'm working on right now that I'm about to close. I was just texting, and then the guy, he responded, yes, he may be interested, and I asked him how much he wanted. I think this dude, God, what was he selling this property for? Dude, so he wanted 130 is what he wanted. He wanted 130. So bam, he wanted 130. I hit my buy. I said, okay, let me see, what I can get you. So I hit my buyer up and said 138, because I was like, dang, that seemed like that property wasn't that valuable. So I was like 138. I probably could have asked for more, but I was like 138, and then bam, the buyer was like, yeah, let's go. And then I hit the seller back and was like, I called him just to talk to him, and I just sat there and talked to him. He gave me this whole spiel about he was moving to Florida and how he wanted to sell his property and then move to Florida. He was buying something in Florida or whatever. He was going to retire and he wanted to leave. So bam, I was like, good to go. And I was like, hey, I'm going to send you this contract over. I never use the word contract. I'm going to send you this agreement over, and you can look over it and go ahead and sign it. And I told him I'd call him back in like 15 minutes if he doesn't sign it, to make sure he doesn't have any questions or anything. So bam, he actually go ahead and signs it, and bam, that was pretty smooth. But this other deal I'm working on, I was texting this lady, hey, are you interested in selling? She was like, yeah, I'm interested in selling. And I was like, what time frame would you be looking to sell within? And she said ASAP. And I was like, oh, okay. So if we was able to come into agreement today, would you be ready to move forward with the sale? And she was like, I would have to talk to my husband, my ex-husband, my going to be ex-husband, because I'm going through a divorce and da 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 da. And I was like, oh man. So she said she wanted to walk away with 80K. Well, I looked on prop screen and I could see how much she owed. She owed like 137. So that pulled it up to like a 217. But she talked to her husband. Her husband said he wanted to walk away with 90K. So it was like, dang, now she want 227. So I hit up my buyer and I said, no, it was 226. Hit up my buyer and I said, hey, 237. And he hit me back and was like, yeah, let's do it. And then I was like, bam. So I hit her up and was like, hey, I'm sending you over this contract. Look it over. Let me know what you think. Sign it if everything good. So she signed it. She gave me her ex-husband email. I sent it to him. He hadn't even opened it yet. It's like it's been delivered to him. Like I can see it because I sent it through Doc Hub. So I can see it. He hadn't opened it yet. It's like, God dang, open this and sign this. But she was like, they wanted to close like in a week. They wanted to close in 2 weeks. So this is like 11K deal. They want to close it in 2 weeks. Like they want to close this week coming up. It's like, dude, if I close an 8K deal and 11K deal like same week, that's stupid. 18K in 1 week, that is stupid. But even if it closed a week after that, it's like, I got an 8K deal and I got an 11K deal that's about to close. And then I got a 15K deal that's going to close before the end of May. And I got a 20K deal that's going to close at the end of May. And then June 2nd, I got a 10K deal. It's stupid, man. This is stupid. So it's crazy stuff is going on right now, man. So you just take the contract straight to the title company and they'll take care. Yeah, dude, pretty much. You send them an email, let them know, hey, I'm a wholesaler, looking to do a closer with you all. Let them know if you're going to be doing a double close or an assignment. And if you need to know the difference between those, I got a video on my YouTube channel. Matter of fact, hey, man, y'all go check out my YouTube channel, man. I'm going to drop a video tomorrow morning. Check out my YouTube channel. Go and subscribe. Share it with everybody because, man, I want to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so we can do this right here on YouTube. We have our little chat box and everything like that. But anyways, I would like to be able to go live on YouTube. But anyways, that's just a personal thing. But anyways, so yeah, you let them know whether you do a double closing or assignment, and just make sure that that they understand what you're trying to do, right? That's the biggest thing. It's like let it be clear what you're trying to do, and then another thing, ask them what their fees are. Like, dude, I had one closing office hit me up with like an $800 fee about something that they added on, and it was optional. Like I didn't have to have it. It was like, but they hit me up top of the head for $800. So I had to hit them up and be like, hey, look, I don't want this anymore. Like all my deals, do not charge me this. I'm opting out of it. I want to opt out of everything that's not, that you have to have. It's like, so, yeah, man. So make sure you check their stuff. But yeah, if you get both of the contracts, send it to them. If they work with wholesalers, they'll know what you're doing. And if they don't work with wholesalers, you need to go somewhere else where they do work with wholesalers. So, yeah, no doubt. So have you done a video on virtual? If not, can you do? Yeah, I did a video on virtual. I did a video how I did an 8K deal virtually. And I went through and broke down everything and showed exactly, what to do. Yeah, Wit, man, if you talking about lead Sherpa too expensive. Yeah. If you hit somebody up and like team up with them, that's the thing. Like I don't have my own lead Sherpa. Like I'm teamed up with somebody and they pay half of the lead Sherpa and I pay half of the lead Sherpa. And that way I pay $250, he pay $250, and then bam. But lead Sherpa is changing up now, man. I think they charging us $400, but they charging us like 0.0075 per text. It's stupid, man, but at least I don't like it. But what it does is it does let you use Twilio numbers, which allows you to go in different markets, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do now. So I'm kind of gonna stick in there with Lead Sherpa for now, just because it may allow me to go into different markets. Where if I go somewhere else, it's gonna be more expensive to try to do it that way. But anyways, yeah, man, trying to team up with somebody to see if you can get in. If all else fails, man, hit me up. I may be able to, put you in contact with somebody, or we may be able to get you in, hours if you want to split or something like that. So how did you start off? Yeah, Dude, Keith, man, I started off. I actually was during quarantine, like in March when everything went down. I started working at Papa John's. I was just working at Papa John's delivering pizzas, and then like my cousin called me that summer, and he was like, "No, no, no." That summer, I was trying to be actually a real estate agent because I was like, I'm gonna buy rental properties, so I want to be an agent when I buy the rental properties. So I was going through the class or whatever and all this stuff, studying for tests or whatever. And my cousin hit me up, was like, "Hey man, what about this wholesaling thing? Wholesaling real estate, man, da 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 da." And I was like, man, this dude calling me, asking me about wholesaling real estate. I can't let him start something in real estate before I start something because I had been talking to him about real estate for years. And now he talking about wholesaling real estate. And I was like, man, let me look into it. So I started looking into it. I started watching people and stuff like that. And then I ran up to the flip man and I started watching his videos. So I started like trying to do stuff like drive for dollars and like look people up, like Google phone numbers. Like I would drive for dollars, look people up on public records, and then like Google their name and address, and then I would, try to call all those numbers and stuff like that, and try to do true people search, all the free stuff. So I was trying to wholesale for free, and then I was like, man, when my cousin called me again, I was like, dude, I can't let him do this before me. So I sat down and watched a Flipman video where he was teaching how to wholesale through texting. And then I just went and I started watching it, and I rewind and I probably watched that thing, I don't know how many times, million times. I went step by step exactly what he did. And then I just hit my little area, and then but he had some free trials on that. That's why I was like, dude, I'll do the free trials, and if it don't work out, I'll just drop everything. So I started doing the free trial, bam, start texting, whatever, bam, bam, bam. And then yeah, man, this lady hit me up, was like, she's interested in selling. She wanted it for 60. She wanted to sell for 60. The ARV was like 115 is what I thought. And then I tried talking down to 50. She was like, no, I'm selling for 60. And I was like, okay. I was like, let me come out there and see the property. So I was getting ready to go out there and see the property. And I was driving for dollars and everything. And there was some other people that was interested. So I went out to see one property. And it was a terrible property, man. Nobody would want that property. But the guy that was cutting the grass was like, hey, I know a guy that buy a lot of properties around here. And I was like, dang, who is he? And he gave me his name to look him up on Facebook. So I looked him up on Facebook. I hit him up and was like, hey, bam, 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 you interested in selling property, whatever. I mean, buying property, whatever. I got a deal. So I told him I got a deal for 60K. That's the thing, man. Like, always good, like talking real estate to people. I talk real estate to the grass man, and the grass man got me my first buyer. It's like, dude, the guy who's cutting the grass, because I talked to him, he got me my first buyer, my first 6K. I would have never got that. I probably would have never been able to find a buyer. I didn't know where to find buyers. I didn't know really how to find buyers. That dude that was cutting that grass helped me get my first deal. So I hit that dude up, and actually I told him to come out there to the property with me. So he went out there with me. I guess he thought I had it locked up already. Went out there and saw the property. He came out. He was like, I give you, I think he said I give you 64 for it. And then I was like, okay, let me think about it, go home. Went home, and then I had another dude that hit me up because I was trying to, I was going to some real estate, little small meetups, little virtual meetups and stuff that they was having. And this guy at a virtual meetup was like, hey, I'll buy it for 70. But he was just like me trying to get started flipping. And I was like, man, he probably don't know what he doing. But I went back and told the other dude, I was like, hey, look, I had a guy that hit me up saying he'll buy it for 70. What's the best you can do? He said 66. I was like, dude, $6,000 deal, I'll take it. So bam, I locked both of them up on the contract, send them in, bam, and the rest is history, man. I got a $6,000 deal. And then, but before that one closed, I found a $30,000 deal. Found a $30,000 deal, and then bam, got the $30,000, and then turned around, got the $6,000. So I was $36,000 up, like real quick. But anyways, yeah. That's kind of how I do it. How would you not introduce yourself to a potential lead if you don't have an LLC, assuming the business name? With a seller more inclined to speak. Yeah, dude, with a business name, I think it's easier to talk to sellers. But if I didn't have a business name, I would just say, hey, I work with a group of investors that's looking to purchase property in the area. Yeah, I work with a group of investors that's looking to purchase property in the area. Bam. That's it. I kind of basically put myself in the mind frame that I'm kind of working for them. I'm kind of working for this group of investors that's looking to buy property in the area, right? I'm kind of like working as their marketing person, right? To bring them deals. So that's kind of how I think of it. And that's kind of how I try to get the seller maybe in the mind of like, hey, I work with a group of investors that are interested in purchasing property in the area. We're looking to buy some properties that may need a little work. So did you ever lock up that? Dude, I never locked up that 20K deal, your boy Cass. But like when that week I didn't lock up that 20K deal, because that dude was like, I want to do a 1031 exchange and I want to wait and find me another property or whatever. But I don't know what he was talking about, because he was all in, and then next thing you know, he started getting cold feet and was like, no. But that same week, I found a 10K deal. And then the next week, which is this past week, I found another 10K deal. So bam, 20. Like I said, I see 20K go and I see 20K come. It's crazy stuff, man. It's like deals come and deals go. It's crazy, man. So hopefully I'm going to stay on him and see what he talking about. But 20K come and 20K go. So I think it's time to retire from teaching. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm real conservative, and financially anyway. So, but we'll see, man. I think I'm gonna do probably at least. I'm gonna do at least one more year. I know. That's the thing, man. I got a fan, man. I gotta put them way over the top, before I start just dropping out, quitting and stuff like that. So anyways, check out his YouTube, guys. Yeah, check out my YouTube, man, and shit. Like I said, share that junk on your IG. Share my YouTube on your IG. Share my stuff on your IG and wherever your Facebook or wherever you can share that. Trying to help people out, man. Just trying to let people know that, hey, this thing is real. You can do it. And it's real stuff, man. So have you ever had to use transact? No, dude. I never had to use transactional funding for a double closing. It's like, that's one of the myths. Like, I saw that when I was first getting started, and I was like, I can't do that. I can't qualify for, financial, for transactional funding. Like, I can't be doing that. But you don't need transactional funding. Only thing you need to do is make sure whatever title company or attorney's office, just say, hey, look, do y'all do pass-through funding, or do y'all fund the A to B contract with the end buyer's funds? That's all you need to know, right? But yeah, man, you ain't gotta have no transactional funding, man. Nah, I don't know why them people be talking that craziness, man. I guess that's for like certain businesses that don't do it, right? But they are like also some buyers that won't, for somebody to have a certain type of funding, they won't do it, or certain buyers don't like to do it. But I mean, long as your buyer is cool, the attorney's office cool, you can do it. It's out there, man. You just got to go find the people that want to do it. So if I have a lead, would you be able to find a buyer for me? Yeah, I mean, I help you find a buyer. I mean, yeah, man, hit me up. The average user, hit me up, man. If you got a lead, I help you, however I can, man, and as you can see, I ain't looking for money all over the place. So I'm pretty much focused on what I'm doing. So can you help me with a comp? Yeah, no doubt, man. Hit me up, send me the address. I help you with a comp. I ain't got time to steal nobody deals. I'm too busy doing deals myself. But anyways, so Earnest wants to sell, but his father asked, well, he wants the best offer. How do you handle that? I would just tell him, hey, look, what number do y'all need to get to in order to, close the deals? Like, do y'all want a number? It's a number that you would sell at. I need to know the number that you would go ahead and sell this property for, right? And then bam, I go to my buyer, see if that number's doable. And then bam, I come back to them. Bam, yeah, we can do it. Or hey, this is what we can do, right? That's kind of how I handle it because I like to work with my buyers, whatever. What a story, man. And that neighbor you bro. Yeah, no doubt, man. Yeah, Kenan, man. No doubt, man. Yep. It's crazy stuff. But I still can't hardly believe it. It's crazy stuff, man. So let me keep going. Just join. What did I miss? You missed everything, man. Nah, I was just playing. But nah, I was just kind of telling my story about, how I got into wholesaling and just answering people questions. That's about it. So I'm new to wholesaling. I see a few properties, but just didn't know what to do is my next step. So the biggest thing is, man, you got to be in contact with the property owner. Once you get in contact with the property owner, and then you need to figure out what they're interested in selling the property for. But what and the way that I teach people, or the way that I tell people to wholesale, is to go find cash buyers, right? Go find people who's buying property cash in your area, right? Or go find agents that know cash buyers. That's what I say, because I found that once you find somebody that's a cash buyer and they tell you what they want, then you start finding it. You just start finding it. It's kind of like if somebody say, "Hey, I'm looking for a white Monte Carlo, 1982 or whatever." You start seeing, or you start thinking about it, you start looking for certain stuff, or somebody say, "Hey, I want a Honda Accord 2012, a white Honda Accord 2012." You start looking and you like, dang, they're going to want, they're going to want, they're going to want, they're going to. You start seeing it all over the place. So if you get a buyer and that buyer tell you what they want, you start seeing it, and then you start pursuing what they actually want. And that way, once you pursue what they want and you find what they want, you bring it back to them, and it's like, hey, and they like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. And then bam, then it's all about the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when you approach the seller, you really do work with a group of investors that's looking to purchase. You really got money behind you, right? That's why I speak with so much confidence, because I know I got money behind me. It's like, dude, don't tell me you ain't got money behind me, because this person that's buying these properties got millions of dollars. It's like, dude, I know I got people with plenty of money behind me. That's why it's like, I don't even think, I always think I'm good when it comes to, dealing with sellers. So if you can't get the number from the seller, you just give them an offer range. Sometimes I will. Well, if I can't get a seller to give me a number, I look at what properties are selling for in that area, and I talk to my buyer and be like, hey, what's the best we can do? So if a buyer tell me the best that he can do is, 150,000, then I'm gonna come to them and be like, and that means I know I need to lock it up for 140. So I'm gonna come to them maybe at 130 and be like, hey, would you be willing to sell for 130? And then okay, you need to tell me what number you want to sell at. If you tell me what number you want to sell at, then I won't be able to disrespect you, and then it'll be quick. It'll be like, hey, either I can do it or I can't, right? Or I can let you know what I can do. But yeah, that's kind of what I do, I don't crazy lowball people, but I do what my buyers think that we can actually do. That's the great part of having buyers. It's like, you actually making real offers. It's like, dude, you making real offers because you got real money behind the offers. If I didn't have a buyer behind me, I'm just shooting in the dark, for the most part anyways. Unless I looked on prop screen or something and see that cash buyers are buying it for a certain amount. And then I can know that, oh, I know I know what a cash buyer would say, because obviously they are doing it. They're buying the properties like this at a certain amount, and I see it on prop screen or whatever service you want to use to look up, how much property is selling for cash. Should you only deal with for sale by owners? There's a house I know, great area. They can't sell it. All the other homes sold in 30 days, but this one's been on market. I don't know, man. House been on market for that long? Goodness gracious, that's kind of scary, dude. They need to lower their price or something. But I've never done a for sale by owner. I stay off market. Off market is way easier than on market, and I know. I just made a video about on market versus off market. Like as a beginner, you see all these deals online, and you be like, "Dang, that seem like it's cheap. That seem like it's cheap." But dude, I'm telling you, man, it's like when you go offline, when you go off market, you find stuff that's like stupid cheap. So like that lady that was selling me that house for 60,000, she could have sold that. That house that was super cheap. Houses like that was selling for like 127 and stuff like that. So it was crazy. The person who actually bought it for me for 66. They didn't do nothing. Like they just listed the property back up for like 90,000 and sold it. It was a hotel. It's like they just bought it and listed it again, and then bam, they sold it and made money. It was just that easy. So can earnest money be transferred after closing? I don't understand what you're saying, maybe. So your earnest money becomes part of the transaction. So I don't know what you mean by that necessarily. But I've never turned in earnest money, to tell you the truth. I always get my buyers to turn in the earnest money. It's like if I got $1,000 earnest money, I just tell the buyer, hey, look, it's gonna be at least $1,000 earnest money. Bam, tell them to send it in. Whatever earnest money, I get them to send it in. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got another 5K deal. That was another 5K deal that I got this week too. I forgot all about that one. But anyways, so that just made me think about earnest money because it's a 5K deal and the dude wanted 5K in earnest money. I told my buyer, hey, 5K earnest money. They said, okay. So bam. I don't need to have 5K. I need a buyer that got 5K. So bam. So what's the best way to present your deal to a buyer without giving them an address so they won't steal your deal? Man, I don't be worried about buyers stealing my deals. I don't even worry about that. I did have one lady that snaked me a long time ago, like before I almost did any deals. This lady snaked me and stole the deal. It was a real tight deal though. It was like I was gonna make like $2,000. Well, the lady snaked me and got the deal. And I was like, shoot, I don't care, man. It's like, that's going to be her loss. This is before I started making money. Excuse me. But I was thinking in my brain, I was like, that's her loss, man, because I'm finna go and crush it. I'm finna go make all this money, and that's going to be her loss because she could have been working with me. But now I'm done with you. So, and look, see what I got now. So it's like, dude, I don't be worried about buyers stealing my deals. Like, dude, I'm at the end of the day, I'm bringing you deals, and if you do that to me, I ain't gonna bring you no more deals, and that's gonna be your loss. So that's kind of how I see it. But I mean, if you want to, I would tell them what street it's on or whatever. But really, I don't know, man. I ain't got time to be hiding stuff like that. But that's just me, man. But what you can do is give them the street, though. You can be like, hey, it's a property on Main Street in this area. It's this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms. Send them a picture of the front, front of the property or whatever. And then just go from there, man. But yeah. But before I send it to a buyer, I usually have the seller on the brink of signing. So the seller is about to get ready to sign. So it's like, that buyer got a small window. Even if they wanted to steal it, like they would have to act really, really fast. They would have to get it. They would have to find that seller fast because I'm about to get this person to sign. I'm hitting up a few people to see who's interested in buying, and then it's like I'm about to get this person to sign. So, that's kind of how I do that. But yeah, off market deals is where it's at, man. You find these off market deals, and I know it's hard to find, especially as a beginner, but you got to do it, man. You got to find off market deals. You just got to. Not to say that on market deals don't work, but off market deals just where wholesalers find more success. It's just the way it is. So how long would you say it take you to sell your deals to one of your buyers? Have you ever not been able to get rid of? At the beginning, when I first started wholesaling, when I didn't find buyers first, I um I struggled to wholesale a deal. I had to go back and tell the lady I wasn't gonna be able to do it. I had to tell like two people I wasn't gonna be able to do it at the beginning before I start finding buyers. Once I start finding buyers first, usually like the buyer okays the whole price and everything. The buyer okays how much I'm gonna sell it for. So most of the time it's like I almost got the buyer in the contract before I got the seller because I'm agreeing with the buyer first. Like, hey, so let's say that like they do want it 130 for a property. The 8K deal that I'm closing this week. Do want it 130. I went to the buyer before I agreed with the seller. I went to the buyer and said, hey, 138. And he said, yeah, let's do it. He wrote, like, we had the contract written up for the buyer first, but we send it to the seller and make sure the seller signed. Bam, once the seller signed, went to the buyer, signed the buyer. Same day. It usually happened the same day, or maybe the buyer was signed the next day just because we just getting around to it. But the buyer agrees first, and then I lock the seller up. That way, I already know I ain't coming back to nobody with nothing. It's like, dude, this is a done deal. It's like, once I hear from that buyer, he says to go, boop, I go back to that seller and let's sign it up. Let's sign it up. Bam. It's a done deal. So you got a deal locked up and the seller locked up. The seller can't sell the property to anyone else. Yeah, once you lock the deal up, the seller's basically agreeing that you have first position to buy the property until that for the life of that contract, right? Well, once the life of that contract is over, then the seller is kind of free to go and sell it to whoever they want to sell it to. So, yeah. So that's the whole point of locking it up. You have first position to buy that property, and that's why buyers will pay you for that first position. Because if they don't pay you for that first position, some other investor is going to pay you for that first position to go ahead and buy that property while you got it locked up. So you use DocuSign. I use DocHub. It's kind of like DocuSign. It's just the Google version of DocuSign. It's called DocHub. It came with my Google G Suite that I have. So that's why I use it. But anyways, have you ever wholesaled? No, I've never wholesaled a mobile home, but I know people that's out there doing that. And I actually was looking into mobile homes and stuff first, like when I didn't know what the heck I was doing in real estate and just trying to find something to do. But yeah, people wholesale mobile homes kind of like trading cars. It's like buy low, sell high. Yeah, because mobile homes act more like cars, I think, in most places. But anyways, yeah, DocHub is what I use. What state are you in? I'm in the great state of Georgia. Oh yeah, I'm in the great state of Georgia. Great state. But yeah, I'm in the Georgia, around the metro Atlanta area. I'm not inside Atlanta. I'm probably like 15 minutes outside of Atlanta, maybe 20. So, I'm close, not too far from downtown Atlanta, but not in the city. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So I've hoteled 3 in July and made, dang, dude, Zane, you killing it, man. You hoteled 3 in July and made 11K. That's what's up, man. But yeah, you can hotel deals. I had one deal that I was gonna hotel, but it didn't work out. The lady ended out. Well, it was my stupid fault. I ended up like locking the deal up, and I locked it up for too short of a time, and then ended up the lady backed out of the contract because the closing attorney was taking too darn long to get everything sorted out. So it just didn't work out, man. But anyways, mobile homes. You hotel 3 mobile homes. You lied. Dang, that's what's up, man. So you took them down and then you resold them. Dang, that's what's up. Yeah. And that's a good thing to do. It don't. I'm guessing it don't take a whole bunch of cash to do it either. Dang, that's something I probably should think about. But anyways, yeah, Zane, man, that's interesting stuff, man. Where you at, Zane, doing that? Where you at hoteling mobile homes? But anyways, so yeah, man, my goal is so I reach 6 figures. Well, I reach 6 figures in June 2nd. Well, really before June 2nd. Within the next month, I'll hit 6 figures wholesaling this year, right? So I hit 6 figures wholesaling this year within the next month. Next year, I want to do I think my goal is probably do like a 500,000 at least. So if I can do a 500,000 wholesaling, I know in my first year I'll probably reach like 150,000, and then next year I'm hoping to do a 500,000. At least that's my goal. My goal is to do a 500,000. So I want to go from 150,000 wholesaling to a 500,000 wholesaling and see what I can do, man. So I did all my deals right here in around Atlanta. So I'm thinking, hey, if I go into 2 other markets and like do the same thing, I should be able to reach that 500,000. I should be really close. So I'm trying to start doing, at least 30K a month, and then kind of just grow from there. So I think I'm at about 20. See if I can get up to 30K a month. Like I said, if you're in Birmingham or if you're in Tampa, hit me up. I'm trying to get into those markets, see what I can do. So do I mentor? No, I don't mentor. I don't mentor. I just, I don't mentor. I just answer questions. I make videos. I really don't mentor right now. One, I don't have enough time that I will feel like I need to devote to somebody. But if you keep hitting me up, you just keep hitting me up. I talk to you as much as you want to talk, as much as I can anyway. So I'm trying to start something, man. I do want to start something for people because like I do want to help people. But at the same time, it's like, dude, I ain't trying to take nobody money. I know how it is out there, man. I'm not trying to take nobody money, but I know this value. It's like, if I teach you how to do this, you're going to be making money. Like, you're going to make a lot of money. It's like, dude. So I do see value that I can bring to people. But at the same time, like I said, I'm really reserved, really conservative. So I don't like charging people. Like, I wouldn't want to take nobody money or stuff like that. So, but anyways, yeah, I think I'm going to try to start some. I'll let y'all know what I can do or whatever. Whenever I can get started doing that. Maybe this summer. Like when I have time to sit down and kind of figure it out or whatever. But yeah, so I would DM you about VA. So yeah. VAs, if you need a VA, hit me up. I got like a email list that I blast out. I have a list of VA emails that I use, but I get my VAs from onlinejobs.ph. That's a good place to get your VAs from, onlinejobs.ph. But I'm thinking about going back to onlinejobs.ph and like getting more emails to put on my list because I done had to hit those VAs up a couple of times. I've had other people hit them up and it seemed like I think most of those VAs probably got jobs, but they still refer other people. If you hit that list up, somebody hit you back. So you should be good. Hey, just want to remind y'all, like I do this every Sunday, so you can come back next Sunday. We do the same thing. I kind of talk about what I got going on and stuff like that. It's DocHub free. If you got a Google account, I think it is free up to a certain amount. That's for all Google accounts, I think. But I have a G Suite, so it's kind of with my G Suite, I think. Do you plan on starting a business? What? Do I plan on starting a business? Yeah, this wholesaling thing is a business. So I got my LLC. I run it as a business. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I run it as a business. I do plan on hiring somebody soon. I got a VA, but I do plan on hiring like a person in the state soon. So I need to hire an acquisitions manager, right? Somebody that can. I want them to like manage my leads and everything like that as well too. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do as far as hiring somebody to do that kind of stuff. So what time Sundays? I go live at 8 p.m. on Sundays. So just be looking out every Sunday, 8 p.m. Is when I get on here and jump on here live, and then I'll save it and I'll put it on YouTube during the week. I also post videos on YouTube during the week too. So look out for me on YouTube. If y'all have specific stuff that you want me to talk about, you can leave it in the comments or hit me up and let me know like what kind of videos I should make on YouTube. What's your script when you call, please? So I made a video about scripts on YouTube, but I kind of give you a little bit of what I do. So when I call people, I call them up and I say, hey John, how you doing? This is Byron with RLS Realty Services. We're looking to buy property in the area. You wouldn't have a property that you're interested in selling, would you? Or you wouldn't be interested in selling property on 123 ABC Street, would you? And then kind of get them to think about, do I want to sell a property or whatever? And they're like, no, I don't want to sell property on that street. And then I'll hit back up and say, I'll respond and say, I got you, man. But you wouldn't happen to have any other property you might be interested in selling, would you? And then bam, he might not. But if they are interested, I ask them, oh, that's great. We would love to give you a cash offer on your property. Usually on a call like this, what I do is I ask you a few questions about the property, just confirm some things about the property, to make sure that, what's on public record is in line with what's going on there. And then I'll get you an offer. Or you don't have to say you'll get them offer. I usually tell them that, hey, I'm going to ask you a few questions just to collect information. And then I'll get all this information back to my purchase manager or my financial manager or my financial department, whichever one I think of at that point. Basically back to my buyers. I'll get all your information back to my purchase manager, and then they'll let me know what we can offer you. And then I'll give you a call back, or I'll shoot you a text message, or I'll send you an offer or whatever, and bam, we'll go from there. So that's when I go through and I ask them, hey, I ask them about the property, what, is property a 3-2, whatever. Ripley, go back in there with your mama. Go back. Got kids, man. You got kids. Anyways, so I asked him, hey, is it a 3-2? Does it have a garage? Does that need any major repairs? I don't kill him with questions, though. So I just asked him, is it a 3-2? How many bedrooms, how many baths, around how many square feet? I just confirm it, because I'll have it up. Like, whenever you're talking to somebody, you want to have up, like, the information right there. So you can say, hey, I just need you to confirm this a 3-2. And it's this many square feet or whatever. Bam, squash that. Doesn't need any major repairs. Bam, let them answer that. Have you done any renovations to the kitchen or the bathrooms? Let them answer that. And then bam, that's pretty much it. And then, I kind of go for that because a lot of time my buyers just go ahead and like buy the property without a bunch of pictures. But if you feel like you need pictures, you set up an appointment. You can be like, hey, would you be open to us coming out to the property to take a look at it, to get pictures so we can get you a more accurate offer, right? And when you ask these questions, you always want to pose it like, hey, we're just trying to get you an accurate and fair offer, right? We're trying to get you an accurate and fair offer. That's what you want to make sure. Like, why are you asking me that? Or why you need to know that? Sir, ma'am, we're just trying to get you the most accurate and fair offer that we can get you. So, and like I tell people, like King Kong is real good when it comes to scripts, because he talk about how you can, King Kong basically go through and talk about how you can, you kind of act like, hey, I'm just a guy working for the company, and I'm calling you to collect information on the property so I can get it back to my purchase manager. And then my purchase manager is going to be the one that looks at all this information, looks at the pictures of the property, whatever. And the purchase manager is going to let me know how much we can offer you, right? So I'm kind of on your side. Like, you want to make the seller seem like, hey, I'm with you. I just need your information. I just need to fill out this stuff The more stuff, more information I can provide to the purchase manager, the more likely we can get you an accurate and fair offer, right? So King Kong do a great job. He has like Friday cold call role plays that you can go back and listen to and stuff. But I think you do a great job. I mix some of his stuff with some of Steve Train's stuff, with some of Chris Jefferson stuff, with a little bit of different people and stuff like that. So you're locking up most of your yeah, dude. I lock up everything over the phone these days. This ain't, dude. I'm locking it up over the phone. I'm locking it up over text. Like, I'm just texting people, and then bam, send them a contract. Never even get on the phone with them, and bam, locked up. Done deal. I ain't even talk to nobody. Just straight over text. So yeah, I do that as well. So bam. But yeah, I still, I go out there in person. Like, I went out there in person today, met the person, whatever. I still do that. But I do, I lock it up over the phone. I lock it up over text. I lock it up, in person. And I do all that. So I received the email from Lead Sherpa that users should be considered another avenue. Basically, texting will cease. I don't know if they were saying texting will cease. They was just saying that, there's a lot of changes that's coming and stuff like that. So I don't think they're saying texting will cease, but they're saying that there's just going to be a lot of regulations and stuff. You're still going to be able to text people. It's just going to be regulations, and you just have to follow the guidelines and keep trying to text, man. They stop the text messaging and then it's on to the next thing. Just cold call. And maybe, send mailers, whatever, man. I don't be worried about too much about, but the message, I think that email kind of sounds scary, more scary than what it was. If you go back and look at it, it's just saying that there's going to be a lot of regulations, and that people are fighting to regulate text messaging and stuff. So it's always been known there's going to be some changes to text messaging. But, long as you comply, long as you go along with the regulations and stuff like that, I'm just going to keep texting, until they really do cut out texting. Calling is always going to happen because the big companies, they're going to do their call. So, yeah, I know we're going to be able to call, and all else fails, we can always send mail. So that's why I'm just racking up deals. Hopefully I can stack up enough money to start doing stuff like mailing, start doing a lot of stuff like pay-per-click and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get to that stage. So, it did. I was scared for real, but thank you. Yeah, dude. That email was kind of scary, but if you look through it, yeah, it just talk about all the regulations that's coming. And I don't mind being regulated as long as I can message people and stuff like that. What's up? Thank y'all for joining in. Like I was telling people, I'm here every Sunday at 8 o'clock. You can come and ask questions or whatever. I'm also on YouTube. You can look me up on YouTube. You just look up Byron Scott Wholesaling or Byron Scott Real Estate or something like that. I'm just on the Byron Scott on YouTube, but there's a bigger Byron Scott, like a ex-NBA player. So you type in Byron Scott, then you're going to see like basketball pop up. So, but I'm Byron Scott Wholesale or something like that. I think I got a link in my bio on IG. So hit me up, man. No doubt. Hit me up. Check me out. I'll repost the whole live on my YouTube channel, whatever. But yeah, if y'all have questions about wholesaling, just hit me up. Like I said, so I started my journey off making about 10K a month. I went to making about 20K a month, and I'm trying to get to 30K a month. I'm trying to get to 30K a month. That's my goal anyways. So, and I'm really trying to get beyond that. So next year, I'm trying to do $500,000 wholesaling. $500,000. And if you don't know, I'm just a regular teacher, regular guy. I know nobody in wholesaling. I ain't got no relatives that wholesale. I ain't got no relatives that's entrepreneurs, no people that's like business owners, anything like that. So it's really been difficult. The mindset thing has been really hard on me. Just trying to have that entrepreneur mindset, So yeah, I basically have no advantages. So if I can do it, I know everybody else can do it. That's right here on this live, man. I had zero advantages, zero. I didn't have a lot of money to spend on this. I didn't have, I didn't have no advantages, literally nothing. The only thing I had was a little time because of the pandemic, right? The pandemic really helped me out. That just gave me time. And when I had a little time, I started grinding, right? Started looking for stuff, started trying to figure it out. One of the biggest things is though, that mindset is like, I think if you go ahead and educate yourself, like Max will talk about all the time, like you got to become obsessed, right? You got to become obsessed. Like if you really want to do this, you got to become obsessed with it. You become obsessed with it, it's gonna work out somehow. Like you'll figure out your way. You'll find your way if you become obsessed with it, right? So how to connect your list to a skip trace service. So basically what you're gonna do is once you pull your list from somewhere like PropStream or List Source, you'll download it. And once you download it, it'll download as like an Excel file or a CVC file or whatever. And then once you go to like a skip tracing service, you'll upload it to the skip tracing platform. And then once you upload to the skip tracing platform, it'll start skipping it for you. It'll start finding people's phone number, and it'll create another document with people's phone number on there. And then you can download that, and then you can upload that to a text platform or a cold calling platform or whatever other platform you want to, market through. So, bam, that's kind of how you can do that. But yeah, I think I got a video on my YouTube. It says talking about wholesaling through SMS or text. So you can go check that out on my YouTube, wholesaling through SMS text. But yeah, I'm just a regular teacher making whatever little money I make teaching. Well, I say little now because I started making more money, but making like 20K a month wholesaling. So it's like, dude, and now I'm trying to make, 30K and I'm trying to go up. So I'm going into these other markets like Birmingham, and I'm going into Tampa. And so if you're in Birmingham or you're in Tampa, hit me up. Maybe we can work together and do something. But I'm looking at other places too, man, just trying to figure out what other markets would work for me to try to do some stuff. I'm not coaching yet. I think I am. I'm going to try to start something for people, but like I said, man, I don't like taking people money, but at the same time, I know if you do this stuff, you're going to make a ton, like you will make a ton of money. So well, I'm going to start something though, man, because I do want to teach other people how to do this, because I know there's people out there that's looking to get out of their situation, that's doing stuff like I was telling people, like I was delivering pizzas at Papa John's, man. Like I was delivering people pizza at Papa John's to make extra money. And then it's like, I started wholesaling. I used to think like a $20 tip was like, whoa, this person gave me $20, for delivering a pizza. But now it's like you getting a $20,000 deal. It's like now you getting a $10,000 deal. Like bam, it's like God, like that's it's crazy stuff, man. So it's just different, man. So, but yeah, I definitely want to coach people, man. I don't know about coaching, but I definitely want to help people. I wouldn't call it coaching. I mean, I just want to help people. Yeah, I got you with, man. Hit me up anytime you want to hit me up. Just hit me up, and I'll help you as much as I can. But yeah, hey, if you, matter of fact, we got 16 people on this live right now. If you would be interested in like some type of program, some type of coaching, or some type of mentorship program, just shoot me a message on IG and just let me know that you be interested. Because I'm gonna start something. Probably this summer. I'm gonna start something, I think, this summer, because I teach. I get time off this summer. I'm gonna start something this summer. And I just want to know that there will be people interested. You know what I'm saying? So just hit me up. Let me know that you be interested. And so I can kind of see, are there people that would be interested in like some type of coaching? And it would be like ongoing coaching, right? I'll teach you and then just keep the coaching ongoing. That way, you'll have somebody there to kind of help you through your whole journey or whatever. So, but yeah, just shoot me a message on IG, DM me on IG. Let me know if you be interested in some type of coaching program or whatever. Just let me know if you be interested in something like that. So what's happening? What's happening, man? Just answering questions, dude. Just answering questions. If you got questions, leave them, man. But like I said, it's like, dude, gotta wake up in the morning and go teach these kiddos, man. But what I do at school, man, like at school, I have like first period planning. You know, all teachers have planning periods. So during my planning period, I do my teaching stuff. I get my teaching stuff out of the way, and then bam, I go to my wholesaling stuff. I hit people up. I follow up on stuff. I'll check, make sure my VA got everything she need in line. I'll, and respond to any emails, check on my contracts that's in escrow or in at the attorney's office or whatever. So bam, I get all my real estate stuff done during my planning period. And then when I go into my classes, if I'm anytime that I'm sitting at my desk, I just sit there, click, text. I'm sitting there texting, clicking that button to text people all day. And I'm just texting people back and forth on my computer while the kids doing their work. Bam, I get up and teach. I sit back down, go back to texting. Bam, 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 bam. And just texting people all day, emailing people back and forth, communicating with my VA, all that other good stuff. So that's kind of how I do. And also, like I was telling people earlier, I'm looking to I am gonna hire somebody like soon on my team. So I'm looking to get somebody that that can be like a that can manage my leads or can be like my acquisition manager, because that can help me when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I'm pretty much probably gonna get somebody like off on onlinejobs.ph, give me a VA or something like that can do that for me. So I am trying to kind of build a system and build a team. So how many calls should we be making per day? So my VA contact 80 people per day, right? That's contact. So I don't know how many attempts. I would say probably maybe 300 to 400 calls a day on a power dollar, though. It's like a power dollar. So it's calling like 3 people at a time. And then one of them pick up, then it hangs up on the other 2. And then they put them back in rotation. So, but yeah, my VA contacts 80 people a day, right? That means talking to them on the phone, right? She got to make however many calls she got to make to get to 80. So how do you choose your market? So I made a video on YouTube about how I choose my market. But what I do is I look at a major city, so like Atlanta, and I go out, right? So I don't pick Atlanta. I go outside of Atlanta, and I find a county that's like between 125 to like 200, around 200,000 in population. I want to make sure that the county is growing in population, not declining. What else I said about the markets? I want to find 3 types of buyers. I want to find like regular flipping, fixing flippers. So on PropStream, it'll tell you like how many flippers are in the market. And I want landlord buyers. So I want people who has 10 properties or more, or whatever, or 10 to 20 properties. So I'll put like ownership. I look on the ownership information. I'll put like own 10 to 20 properties. And then I want big hedge funds buyers. So I'm looking for like hedge funds that own over 200 properties. And I search that by putting those things in the filters on PropStream. And then I look up those different buyers and I hit them up. So I find my buyers first. And then once I find my buyers, then I'm like, okay, let me go into this market and start targeting stuff that they want. So I asked them what's their criteria. I asked them how far out do you buy, right? So if I'm in Atlanta, I say, hey, how far out do you buy, right? Where do you stop buying? Because I want to go to the edge. Because usually on the edge, there's less competition. So if I'm going to Birmingham or Tampa, I'm like, okay, how far out do you guys go? How far out would you guys buy, right? And once they give me that radius, I try to go on the edge. So how do you choose your money? Yeah, so do you do any credit? I'm actually in the middle of doing a subject to deal right now, but it's on a property that's like a little bit further out. But I'm doing a subject to property. I'm supposed to be giving the owner like $1,000 and then just taking over the mortgage and then going from there. But I got to do a loan modification, so I'm in the middle of doing loan modification. I got to call them tomorrow morning, so we'll see how that goes. So which approach is more effective, texting or calling? I would say texting. I would say texting. But either way, you gotta get on that phone with them. More than likely, you gotta, you text them. You want to jump on that phone with them and have that conversation. So I just say texting gets you more responses, but you still gotta call them in order to actually lock it up. Most times, you need to get on that phone with them to lock it up. But texting gets more responses. Like people see the text message and they respond, right? So ever try wholesaling? No, I haven't tried wholesaling in California, but I heard it's a monster out there, man. Like it's not easy to get a deal, but if you get a deal, you're gonna make a killing, right? So it's like it's $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 deals to be had out there in California. $400,000 deals. So you may go a whole year and get 2 deals in California and be killing it. So yeah, man. So yeah, California, people wholesaling out there, man, and they making a killing. You just got to spend a lot of money. The problem is you got to spend a lot of money to get a deal. A lot of times, sometimes it doesn't. Not always, but you're more likely to spend a lot of money to get a deal in California, right? Versus like Ohio or Georgia or Texas or somewhere like that. You may not have to spend as much money or whatever, but the deal is not going to be as big either. So, but yeah, I've heard about people wholesaling out there in California. But shoot, I'm about to get off this live, man. I appreciate y'all coming back. If anybody got a quick last question, put it down there while I get ready to leave. That'd be great. Like I said earlier, hit me up on YouTube, man. On YouTube, look up Byron Scott Wholesale or Byron Scott Real Estate. So hit me up on YouTube. Share my stuff out. If share my stuff out on IG, share my stuff out on your Facebook. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so I can go live on YouTube. So, but anyways, I appreciate y'all coming out. Next Sunday, we'll be doing the same thing. So peace out, guys. Until next time, hit me up on IG. I usually hit you back. If you got questions, hit me up. I hit you back. No doubt. I'm going to hit some of y'all up here after I get out this live before I hit the sack. But all right, then. Peace out. Y'all have a good one. Have a good week. Be good people. Check out my videos throughout the week. I should be dropping 3 of them bad boys. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. So check me out. All right. Peace out. Y'all have a good one.